I'm going to talk about the tribe of Judah. You know, it's a lot of these preachers and prophets. You talking about the tribe of Judah. It's the 144,000, the Jews. That is not true. You know, I'm amazed how these people, what they be saying. They do that. They can't think or read what the Bible is saying right here. In Revelation chapter 7 and verse 4, it says, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed, 144,000. You see? Of all the tribes of the children of Israel. See? Of all the tribes. See? There were 12 tribes. You know, we all know that. I read in the Old Testament. You know, Jacob had the 12 sons, but they divided into 12 tribes. They say of the tribe of Judah. You know, Judah, you know, it's be like the Jews. See? And the preacher is saying that the 144,000 talking about the Jews gonna be preaching in the last, 3.5 years. You know. But the tribe represents the whole world. You know, the 12 tribes. The saints are grafted into the tribe, like the Gentiles that are Christian. Grafted into the tribe. The tribe stands for the whole world. The saints will judge the whole world. See, because they read that, like in verse 9, name all the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Naphtali, all this, and Gad, and all those tribes, Issachar. It named all these tribes. When they got to verse 9, it says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne, and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, and palms in their hands. See this, because they say after this I beheld. I beheld mean like to gaze, like looked at. See, like in verse 4 it said, and I heard the number of them which were sealed. He didn't say he saw. He said he heard the number. See, and verse 9 say, after this I beheld, and he looked at the people. Just like I said, I give an example. Just like when you're walking like into a stadium or somewhere. The man announced it before you even see the people. The man announced there's 144,000 people in here. Then after you get to the place, you walk further down, you get to the place, when you looked at the people, you said, well, there's a great multitude, and no man could number them. But only God knows how much it is in there. Just like those people that sold a ticket on a computer, when they sold a ticket, they know how much is in that stadium. See? Just by looking at, it's going to be 146,000, or less. And you said there's a great multitude, there's a lot of people there. You can't even number 10,000 people. It can be 10,221. See? You can't number this just by looking at it. It's a great multitude. See, that's all what John is saying here. And no man can number them, because it was a great multitude. 144,000 people is a great multitude. No man could number them. It was from all tribes, tongue, creed, and nation. See? That's why I said It was a great multitude which no man could number of all nations. See, it was all nations. It was including Israel. You know, it was from all nations. All mean all. You know what all mean? Just like I might use every nation. It's the same thing as all. See? That's what a lot of people do not understand. You might say every nation. You know, you might say all nations. It's the same thing. It is using different words to explain itself. You know, that's all I'm trying to show y'all. You know, but a lot of preachers and stuff, they get confused. They go by what they've been taught. You know, you can't go by what you've been taught. You gotta go by what the Bible is saying, what it says. That's why the Lord said, "He that readeth, let him understand." See? All right, you turn to Revelation chapter 14. See, it'll tell you who the 144,000. You see, and it's in verse 14, verse 1. It says, "I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads." You see, that's the 144,000, and it said they were Jews. The Bible explained 144,000 were from all the tribes. We're reading verse 7. You know. What they named all the tribes. That's what the 144,000. It didn't say the word Jews or Jew from this Judah. Judah had 12,000 that were saved. You got to understand that. You can't add and take away from the word. It said Judah had, Gad and all of them, they had 12,000. You know, Issachar had 12,000. Benjamin had 12,000. Joseph had 12,000. You know, it went on and on. You know, that were sealed. And see, let me tell you right here, it's saying, "I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harps harping with their harps, and they sang as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000. See, no man could learn that song but the 144,000. See, they gotta have other people during the millennium, gonna come up to Jerusalem. The Bible tells you that in Zechariah chapter 14. But only the 144,000 could learn that song, that were redeemed from the earth, that were saved. You see. All right. And they sang as it were, in verse 3, and they sang as it were in a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruit unto God and to the Lamb. See, the saints are the first fruit in the New Testament and the Old Testament. The saints are the first fruit unto the Lamb, to God. See, They were redeemed from among men. See, you can go to, I think it's in Revelation chapter 5. Revelation chapter 5 and verse 9. See, you were redeemed. It tell you where they were redeemed from. See, and they sung a new song, saying, "Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seal thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God." You see, will redeem us to God. Talking about Jesus Christ, and redeem us to God by thy blood out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. See, out of every nation has meaning the same as all nations. See, you have to understand that. What it is saying. The 144,000 were redeemed out of every nation. Out of every nation. See, tongue, kindreds, you have to understand that. This is what it's saying here. That's where they come from, the one that were redeemed. It was come from all the nation. See, that's why when they read and people get confused and they read Revelation 7 and get down to verse 4, it was 144,000, of all the tribe of the children of Israel. See, and verse 9 said, it was a great multitude. John is saying what he saw, and he looked at the people. It was you see 144,000 people as a great multitude. You can't number this just by looking at it. You can't even number 10, 12,000 people. It might be 12,101 or whatever. And you won't be able to guess how much people is there just by looking at the people when they all get up together. That's all he is saying. It was a great multitude. It was the same group of people from the 12 tribes. We are grafted into the 12 tribes. 12 tribes represent the whole world. God have his people all around all different nations, all those nations. The natural branch. But everybody won't be saved, even though they're a natural branch. But some people do evil things. It's like in the Old Testament, they all wasn't saved. God destroyed a lot of them because they was rebellious. They didn't obey God. But if you obey God, whether if you're Jews or Gentile or Greek, whatever. You can be saved. All righty. So that's what I wanted to bring to y'all today, you see. And they say in verse 10, saying, has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. You see, you're going to reign with Jesus Christ 1,000 years. Like they were in the millennium. You're going to be reigning on earth. We're going to be kings and priests. And you turn to Ezekiel, I think in Ezekiel 47 and verse 22. It says, and it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it by lot for inheritance unto you and to the strangers. You see, the stranger is the Gentile, and not from the natural branch, but that sojourning among you, which shall beget children among you, and they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel. They shall have inherited with you among the tribe of Israel. You see, they're going to have inherited with you like the so-called, like the stranger. The stranger is like the Gentile, you know, not natural branch of Israel. You know, the Bible called them stranger. They call them, heathen, different names. You know, like they were sojourning, just like in the Old Testament. Like the Egyptian was journeying, obey God. God would bring them along with the natural branch, the tribe, and they can be saved with the natural branch. But they had to do everything what God says. Follow and obey everything. Same thing as now, it's the same thing. You have to follow God's rule so you can become part of the tribe. And the natural branch, some of them, they won't be saved. Because they'd be rebellious. They're not obeying. Just like in the Old Testament, a lot of the natural branch they wouldn't save. God destroyed them. Same thing as it is now. But the stranger, the Gentile can come in, among them. If they want to obey everything what God said, it can be saved. That's what I wanted to show you on verse 23. It said, and it shall come to pass that in what tribe the stranger sojourneth, thou shalt give him his inheritance, say the Lord. See, he'll be inherited. You'll give him his inheritance. That's what I wanted to bring to y'all today. But thank y'all. May God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom. That's why you have to read and check out what these preachers and prophets be saying, be telling you. God sent their strong delusion to men. So he will try you. So you'll know that you won't be deceived. That's Satan's job. To try to deceive you, just like he did Eve in the beginning. God allowed it, because we all have to be tried. A lot of preachers preach a lot of truth, but sometimes they be off. It need to be checked out. Everything what they be saying. That goes for everybody. That's why the Lord said, "Take heed, let no man deceive you." You have to be checking out God's word, finding out the truth. The truth comes from God, not from man. They say our man passed laws, same-sex marriage and all kind of things, abortion rights and all that. No, everybody know that's wrong. You read God's word tells you. Only right you have is what God give you. About women's rights, right to their body, and all that stuff. Your body belongs to God. The Bible tells you that. But they don't want to hear that now, because they are deceived. Especially the women. The majority of them. Nobody can't tell them nothing. They think they're the same as a man. God got rules for men and different rules for women, different rules for men than women. It's like I want women to dress like a man. You want a man to dress like a woman. Put on a woman garment, a woman wear anything pertaining to a man. God have rules. The man is the head of the woman. He doesn't say it in his word. You go in 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I think it's in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. There's many places in the Bible. You can read about it. Who is the head over the woman? The woman's supposed to obey her husband and everything. But they don't want to hear that nowadays, because it's a beast system and them fell away from God. Want to set their own little rules. And they think it's right, But God has to find a word, He's in charge of that. Thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of His Word.